Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sigma Footy, the home of the unfiltered, biased but passionate football stream. And today will be our first edition of the upcoming Euro coming up next month. So we are going to focus on the Three Lions, the great England team where football came from. So we have the two England fans, passionate England fans here with us. Welcome Rajan and KugaBomb.
Welcome.
So we'll be here to dissect the squad. All right, we'll be here to dissect the squad and the team that we feel like that can bring it home. Okay, bring the cup home. So we will start off first. Okay, with Rajan, looking at England's track record in the international stage, doesn't look for like a good making. Okay, they always had the names, but not necessarily the result. So usually it's always, from what we feel from a neutral point of view, is the hype. Okay, is the pressure of the players trying to carry the hype, and they can't able to sustain it when the tournament is progress. So do you feel this is an issue with the England team?
Yes, Ivan. Actually, this has been an issue. Okay, this I could relate this since I'm also a Liverpool fan. I relate this. The pressure actually makes a very big difference. Like how Liverpool had a pressure of winning the Premier League, and anytime they come close, and when the pressure is applied, and then they always slip off, right? I mean, that's what has been happening for Liverpool for the past 30 years. So you can just relate that to England. And when you know the football was from England, and you only winning one World Cup, and the rest of your neighbors has been winning cups after cups. So they are unable. So the pressure is actually is killing them most of the time, killing them off most of the time. So I feel this is where England is losing, at the important stages of the game, especially if you see it's more of mentality rather than names and tactical. They always lose in penalties, and when you need the players to be intact the most, and that's where they are losing the game actually. So actually, I feel this is the reason why England has been, not bringing the cup home all this while.
Do you feel like also club rivalry among these players, because most of them play for United, Liverpool, Chelsea? So do you feel like that the squad harmony is an issue with this England team?
Yes and no, because if you say so, other club rivalries are also bigger than England rivalries. But I will say the biggest part is the Premier League itself, because the brand Premier League brings to the world football is so huge, where the club football becomes more important than international football at one point of time. Even if you see fans at when they discuss about the players, or when they discuss about the clubs, they always put the club trophies higher than the international trophies. You see people complaining about Gerrard not winning Premier League, and you talk about Scholes not winning Premier League, and Lampard not winning. All this, you're only talking about club achievements, but you don't see any of them talking about what have they achieved internationally. But when it comes to Ronaldo, Messi, and all these people, you always talk about what have they achieved internationally. Oh, Messi has not won any international cup. So these players have been giving so much emotion, so much importance to international football. For example, you see the last Euro final, how much Portugal or Ronaldo was so emotional when he couldn't play the game. But you can't see such pain in any of England players when they have lost any of the games so far.
So you feel it's more to issue of the priority of the players, and this comes back down to the manager, right? Because manager is the one sets up the team, gives them the drive and motivation. And looking at the past history, the past track record, England have tried in recent years to hire foreign managers, but it didn't really work. Especially the biggest disappointment was Fabio Capello. Okay, he's a renowned Italian manager, but he couldn't get the best of the squad. Do you feel like the way they hire managers is also an issue? Because looking at the current squad, full of talent, but their manager is Southgate. So do you think the recruitment of managers is an issue as well?
Yeah, correct. Maybe the assessment that how FA chooses the manager, I think they give importance to how much the manager can adapt to their culture rather than is this manager good for the team. For example, you brought in Fabio Capello, a great manager, but then he couldn't sustain or succeed as much as what we expect him to do. And you bringing Gareth Southgate and all this kind of, I wouldn't say they are bad managers, but they're just below par managers. They are not the great managers. They are not like Alex Ferguson and Jurgen Klopp and all these kind of names, big names, Mourinho. Names that brings fears to the opponents when you hear the name. but they're not bringing all these managers in because they are afraid. Because once you bring those managers, maybe they won't obey the FA. So that's the
Yeah.
importance of them. It's not the or what the managers could bring the tactics or how the harmony, how can he gels the players in the passion that he could build. Because again, I'm sorry to say this, from a Liverpool fan, I am the best person to say how much a manager's passion can bring your football club from ground to the top that they were at one point, Liverpool. So yeah, so I feel it's FA's selfishness that's causing England to achieve not that good in the international level.
Seems like FA, they go for the guys who are, with the term called yes men. They prefer this kind of guys, the yes men guys.
Yes, yes,
Okay, but
yes, yes.
yeah, great one. But now looking at the current squad, right? Okay, come to boom. Looking, I mean, the players they have available, the potential. I mean, there's a new breed of young players coming in. Players like Foden, for example. I mean, like Foden is the kind of English player like we have not really seen. Play someone who's so good, technically gifted on the ball. And can move with the ball so well. So do you think, Boom, England should prioritize more on the attacking side of the game rather than being too defensive in their approach?
I mean, like not with only these players. Even back then itself, England should have just like focused more on attack. Being defensive is not gonna make you to win games. Being defensive just can prevent you from losing. Attack is the best form of defense. So let's see Foden's progress, right? I don't think so. Foden would be playing such a way if he was coached under a different manager. He's coached by one of the, best man management coach. So this Pep, he can improve players, but provided he's also a very, very strict custodian. But it depends on the players who adapts to his style will improve. No matter what, he will improve. So, like as I said earlier in previous video, like Spain should credit their success, the international success to Pep. So in a way, I feel that Pep style of play in Man City with the players like Foden, Sterling, will have a positive impact on England's play. But provided that Southgate also, takes that as a positive input to his team, not rather than I want to implement my own style to create my own brand. It's good, but you cannot do that with a team that you only meet at a certain point in the season. Like Pep, he can meet his team every day. But England, just say once a month. Imagine. So the amount of training, the amount of
preparation, right?
getting to know getting to know the players' weakness, abilities will take some time. So that is also a factor.
Because carry on.
I'll just carry on.
Okay, because looking at this kind of knockout tournaments, right? Usually it's just within 1 month, and if the team that goes to the final, they only play 7 games. So correct. I mean, with the potential they have, it'll be really great to see England playing an all-out attacking game. I mean, like just to entertain the fans, play it the right way, right? Because of the players that they have available. I mean, other teams will feel like this England team is actually quite gifted. It's just that whether they have been led by the right person or not, right? So now let's go into the squad, the potential of the squad. So looking at both your combined team, in the white is the combined team. All right. So these players will go in automatically. Okay. So seems like you guys have 20 common names in your squad. So there's 6 differences. So Boom, your choices are in yellow, and Rajan, your choices in blue. So we only have 6. We only have 6 spots left to complete the squad.
Okay.
So we will start now to debate, and we will start off with the defense. Okay, guys. For defense, we need to keep some consideration that England might play 3 at the back, right? So we need to choose the players that is capable of playing this style of play, and also they are facing Croatia in the opening game. So facing Croatia, most probably they'll be playing against Perisic on Croatia's left. So the right back option is quite crucial. So we will start with Boom. To complete this defense, who will you put in here?
Okay.
It seems like we are lacking a right back and a centre back.
Right. Okay. For my right back selections, I chose Trent, Walker, and Bisaka. But Walker, I chose him for the right centre back position, just in case England is going to play 3-4-3.
Right.
So my preferred position for England would be 4-3-3 with one holding midfielder. If that's the case against Perisic, I would rather play Bisaka to be a bit more defensive on the left hand side. We can play a bit more industrious on the left hand side with
Uh,
Luke Shaw. For right back, I would go for Bisaka to start the game.
so you feel Bisaka should start the game against Croatia, the opening game? I mean, England's
Yes.
opening game.
Yes. If he's chosen to be in the England's squad, Bisaka would play the first game.
Any comments on that, Rajan?
Okay. Okay. I might be. I'm not. I might be a Liverpool fan, but okay. I think just a while ago you all be talking about attack's the best defense, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. So, and I always feel that in cup competitions you need the X factor, and the X factor is by giving the important or crucial passes. So I feel in that position rather than Bisaka, I would go for Trent Alexander-Arnold actually. So I'll make him start for the game rather than Bisaka, because yes, Bisaka is good defensive. Or even if you want to compare among all the right backs, I think Trent has the worst defense. I can agree with that. But in terms of X factor and what he can bring to the teams at crucial moment, because it's that 90 minutes is going to determine England's future for the next, if say the 7 games or 6 games. So for that, I will start with Trent Alexander-Arnold because he has been playing with all the highest pressure. The Barcelona game. Liverpool Barcelona final, and even that day the Allison's goal was assisted by by Arnold. So I feel that he should be starting first, and he is he has the confidence that he has to prove something to Gareth Southgate. So if you given him a chance, I feel that he'll be the most appreciated player, and then he'll be performing to his max. So I think I'll be starting with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yes, Trent Alexander is in both your squads, so we just need to complete the squad now. So is this the reason you have put in Reece James instead?
Yes, not Bisaka actually, because I feel Bisaka is too defensive, and so I feel, and you already have Kyle Walker who could actually defend the game, and also if you have seen how Chelsea has been playing Reece James, sometimes he can do a very good defense. So I feel all these players, Walker and James, they can do both defense and attack in a very good proportion. Yes, Trent Alexander-Arnold is very good attacking wise. So in that case, that's why I sacrifice Bisaka and I prefer Reece James compared to Bisaka.
So it goes to James and Bisaka. So Anand, you should make the choice. As a Chelsea fan, I'm expecting you to say James.
No brainer lah.
No, I'll just put some points before going for the no-brainer option, which is James, obviously. Just because, like we said, right, creating more effort on the attacks as well as not sacrificing defense. Also in defense, right, in terms of formation and why Walker is still there, he can make a good link up with Stones and all. But if Walker were to move in and we need a man with high energy and also with some ability, smart ability on the attacks, James would be the better option, I feel.
Yep. So James is in here, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Bomb.
No problem.
But another option would be Trippier. Trippier seems to be Southgate's favorite. I mean, he also played in the World Cup. But I know he's also most probably going to win the La Liga with Atletico. I mean, he's also a decent option.
Yep.
But it seems that James has been in the past few squads and Wan-Bissaka has not been called up for some time. So okay, we will go with James.
Wan-Bissaka, I think he has an option to join another nationality if he will to, I guess. Yep.
That's correct. Okay, guys. Another spot for the defense. So it seems like we need another centre back. So Bomb, you went with Tomori, and Rajan, Eric Dier.
No, I think okay. This one I think I would say Tomori is, because Tomori was in my option, But I know I had a soft spot for Dier for how has he performed for the previous cup competition for England, especially. He played a very crucial part, and he's a very good player. Even Mourinho has said that Dier is such a good player. He always supports for Dier, but it's just that he's not under good man management. He doesn't have a right manager for him. I feel so. But in this case, for centre back, I'm a big fan of Tomori as well. So in this one, I think I'll go with Tomori for this case. Yeah.
How about another option, Conor Cody? Because if you guys want to play in the back three, Conor Cody plays back three for his club, Wolves. So will you guys go for Cody or Tomori?
Bob?
I don't know. Like I watch. I don't watch games from AC Milan, but I watch highlights. I can see like Tomori's presence there. Cody,
yeah,
I'm not sure. Like last season, I can say like Cody had a lot of good things going around for him. But this season, they're barely fighting for relegation. They're like towards the end of the season. So Wolves is not having a good season. Based on that,
right.
I'm gonna go for.
So another so-called Chelsea player in, right? Actually, so Anand,
come on, Ivan. I think you should give credit to Tomori. You should know more about Tomori because you all played against him, right? I think it caused a lot of trouble for you guys. So it's fair enough.
But I don't think that Southgate will choose Tomori because knowing Southgate, he'll go for the safe option. Most probably like Everton's Michael Keane.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we'll move into the midfield now. All right. Looking at the options, we have especially for the defensive midfield position, we only have Rice so far. So there's between Phillips and Henderson. Okay, Phillips has had a great season for Leeds. I mean, he's a good passer of the ball with a good range of passing. There's also Ward-Prowse, a free kick specialist, but not really someone who can really control a game. Okay, and Bellingham, personally, I've really been impressed with him. He's playing at the high levels of football this season, especially in Champions League knockout stages. But coming to you, Rajan, you selected Henderson. Do you feel, despite him not playing much for Liverpool this season, do you feel like just his presence there alone can make a difference in this England team?
Yes, Ivan. Actually, especially talking about, especially when you talk about captaincy in the club, in the team. So you need someone like Henderson to bring the passion
stability.
to stability to the team. So because he might not be playing the whole. For Liverpool this whole season. Just brief time for Liverpool. What Henderson brings to the dressing room is actually something what we all couldn't imagine. So when people started questioning, including the fans and even some neutral football fans, when they asked, like, is Henderson the right person to succeed Steven Gerrard? And all of us have these issues, but none of the players or the team or even the managers had issues with him naming him captain. Even Klopp, when he comes to the club, when Henderson is already captain, he did not make any changes to him because what he brings to the dressing room is very, very important based on what all other players tells in the interview. Even previous outing for England, Henderson played a very big part in the dressing room, and also he has the ability to become the captain of the team. So having said that, so I feel that his presence in the squad will make a lot of difference and bring the stability to the team. That's why I feel I chose Henderson despite him not despite him not playing much doesn't have much game time in this season.
So you feel just his experience and his presence is like invaluable to this England team, is it? Because they're lacking leaders in the squad.
So not to take away anything from Phillips, yes, I went for Phillips. That's only because I have doubts of Henderson's injury and form. So if Henderson is fully fit and on form like how he was previous seasons, I would go for Henderson over Phillips. The stability and the experience he brings, he has been with England for the past tournaments as well. So the experience and the stability that he brings would be very vital to, we have a group of young players, right? So these kind of a bit older players will, keep the team intact and in a good moral.
So how about the attacking position? This between Bellingham and Lingard. So both is Bohm's choices, but Rajan, you went with Chamberlain here.
Okay, I think I was quite carried away because I think when I choosing this squad, I think JLingz just scored that final goal for Liverpool.
Recently, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious, Arjun.
Boom, your choice Lingard. Is this because on just choosing a player based on current form?
If you ask me 6 months back, no way, bro. I wouldn't want to see Lingard anywhere near England squad. But not to take away, he has been, if not the best, he's like top three best players over the last 6 months in EPL in terms of what he can produce. I'm not sure. I think more than 10 goals and assists, right, for West Ham. So that is a very good outcome for a player that is new to a team, even though he has just been playing 6 months in a team. But that's a very good outcome for a player playing the attacking midfield role. Some players playing the whole season couldn't even produce. Like example, Havertz. Not to take anything away from Havertz, just example I'm telling. So based on the previous, I mean, like this current form, Lingard should be given an opportunity.
So Anand,
Okay,
we'll let you decide
yeah.
between Bellingham and Lingard. I mean, I personally will go for Bellingham. I mean, the Lingard, he was given his chance already. I think England should, try out as someone younger. How do you feel, Anand?
Uh, it's an easy call, me Bellingham all the way. Not to take anything from Lingard, but I don't think so. At this moment, right, he has uh, the X factor which Bellingham can bring into the team. Lingard had his chances, I think, but I think Bellingham. I would want to see Bellingham what he can offer more. Yep.
But he's 17 years old. So do you think that he will have more chances to start compared to Lingard?
If you were to put on in terms of experience, right, and yes, Lingard has more international experience, we would say, but if you were to see, in this current availability of other players, right, Bellingham can fit into multiple roles actually as a winger, and he can also play a second number 10 also in the team. But looking at that, I don't think so. Lingard can offer that, and
Okay.
and particularly playing Lingard at his role, right? I think there's more other better players I would go for than Lingard. So with that in mind, I think Bellingham would be better, I would say. Yep.
All
And
right. This
how about
Bellingham and Lingard.
yeah, but how about
Okay.
Saka, guys? I think personally, Saka is, despite Arsenal's position at the table, Saka has had a very good season, lah. And Rajan, you also selected Saka. Maybe Saka would
Yeah,
be a good option if England play three at the back. He can play at the left wing back position. I mean,
correct. Because
I will pick
uh,
Saka. Yeah.
yeah, because I feel Saka is a player. I mean, you see, he's gifted actually. He's a very good player, and usually when you can easily put pressure on certain players, especially I feel that at certain part or even to wherever Arsenal is now, I think he plays a very big part in that. He was given such a pressure. He's an England player. When suddenly an England player which is so good and you put a pressure on him, and especially a club like Arsenal, and all the fans started putting pressure on him, and still he outshines them all the time. I feel Saka is very consistent. I don't see him playing a bad game for Arsenal. He always play a good game. It's usually the other players that's not having a good finishing and stuff. But Saka has been playing the role very, very well. And for such a young player playing in Arsenal, and he's so stable for a youngster. Usually, any England players at his caliber, at his level, at his age, they can just go haywire. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel Lingard is one of them that got carried away. He can get carried away easily.
Yeah.
In this kind of position. Even Foden, you heard some nonsense, the past few months. So, but I feel Saka is a very good addition to the squad, and I feel he's a very calm and composed for his age actually. So I'm really a big fan of Saka.
So sorry, Boom. Saka goes in the squad, and maybe we should just do this, just for the sake of Arsenal fans. At least one Arsenal representative
Yeah,
there. All right. So
a
moving
good
on,
one, a
another
good one.
two more spots. Okay, guys, between Phillips, James Ward-Prowse, Danny Ings, and the other options for strikers: Watkins, Antonio, Bamford. Okay, Bamford has had a good season, and also Madison. So, do you guys feel like maybe we should add in more midfield, like more steel into the squad? Another two more spots.
Uh, Okay,
Wait,
I'll jump into
Sterling.
this.
I mean,
Okay.
Sterling is under midfield. He's not under attacking. I mean, like.
I mean, yeah, it's like attacking
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
wings.
he's
Wing
under
forward.
midfield.
Right.
Yeah, he's under midfield. Yeah.
Okay, so we actually need, because I see Sterling should be on the right hand side under Kane. Okay, so I'll go for. I mean, like another two players to be included.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would go for both my choices, Phillips and Watford.
Phillips. Well, Rajan, anyone you maybe want to add in the attacking, or should we go with Bohm's choice? What pros? Do you feel
No,
what pros can
no,
provide something in the squad?
no. I feel about providing you have Alexander Arnold. We have some good
Yes.
set piece masters here, but I always put England into this situation. It's 85th minute and you're still 0-0, or maybe you're 1-1, and you badly need a goal. You would try to bring some players that could make difference, who are good finisher. So that is why I put Danny Ings in. Actually, you can't be always expecting Kane to finish. I mean, you see, Kane, Calvert-Lewin. Okay, Calvert-Lewin is put aside, and Rashford and
Greenwood.
Greenwood. all these players, they come from flanks, and they are not the out and out finisher. It's someone like Giroud, for example. You see what Chelsea does when they badly need a goal at the last minute. They bring someone like Giroud. So I feel this one person who can bring this is Danny Ings, because he is a very good finisher when the typical number 9 position as a striker. So that is why I want Danny Ings inside the squad. Yes, he's not going to be the starter or what, but when you badly need some attackers, you put some players inside the box for a corner. I feel Danny Ings will, he'll scrap, some scrappy goal and all these kind of things. Danny Ings could score, and he's in a quite a decent form actually. For Southampton. So that's why I wanted Danny Ings inside. I don't see an out and out finisher.
Just to make it equal, get 3 Bohm choices and 3 for Rajan. So it's a win-win. So looks.
No.
So looking at this squad,
choice is just basically for Arsenal fans.
Yeah, it's just for Arsenal, man. That's not your choice, Raji.
Probably in reality will be what pros here instead of Saka in reality .